What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with a brand new review for Tyler Perry's Sistas, you guys. This is season 6, this episode 11, the mid-season finale, you guys. So I really do feel like Ashley feels when she talks about it, and the fact that she wants to be done after the mid-season. But you guys, I think I'm gonna come back, unfortunately, right? But season 7, you guys, I'm not sold on season 7 yet. I know that he got writers for season 7, but I just don't think that writers would help this show, you guys. But actually, let's go ahead and before we get into that, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then do me a solid favor, you guys, and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to my channel, turning on your post notifications, and with that out of the way, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss Tyler Perry's Sistas, shall we? All right, you guys, so going back to what we were just talking about. Season 7, I know he brought in writers, but for me personally, I don't think that writers will help this show, you guys. I think this show is just like, it's gone off the rails. Like this show, it could have been the modern day version of Girlfriends for people of our generation, right? Granted, I watched Girlfriends as a teenager, but as a teenager, I didn't really understand the nuances of the things that they were talking about on Girlfriends. But now with Sistas at my age, I'm like, okay, I know what they're talking about, right? Because some of the stuff I understood with Girlfriends, but again, I was a teenager. Oh, look at that chick. Okay, that's a nice little. That's not bad. It's more than what I've been getting here lately. But come on. Oh, sorry, you guys. But yeah. So this could have been better. But like I said, I don't know that this show, even with him getting writers, I just don't think that it's going to help in the long run. But hey, we'll see. We'll see, you guys. We definitely will see. But yeah. Where we can apply Tyler at is the fact that he hires so many up and coming black actors and actresses, and he also gives, he also brings to the light sometimes actors and actresses that you have forgotten about over the years. We can applaud him for that. But where he drops the ball at is with, bringing on writers, right? You can bring on writers, but I also feel like when it comes down to Tyler, it's a bit of narcissism with him, because if you guys look at it, the show has his name in the title: Tyler Perry's Sistas, Tyler Perry's The Oval, Tyler Perry's The Haves and the Have-Nots. If Loving You Is Wrong, all those has his name on them, right? And so it just kind of screams a little bit of narcissism. But let me know what you guys think, right? So where am I going next? Yeah. And then his shows are written by, produced by, directed by him. So I think he needs to bring on some writers. Here's the thing that I will say, like when it comes to this is a mid-season finale, so it's okay to leave this one out on a cliffhanger. But when it comes to like your season finales, you don't wrap storylines up. When you end a season, you should end the storylines that season. Everything should be wrapped up with a little bow. It's okay to leave some storylines. It's okay to leave things open so that you can wonder, like, okay, where is he gonna go from here? Like, you can wrap it up, but then you can introduce a new element to the storyline. Tyler never does that. Like, there are a lot of storylines that we have not wrapped up on this show, right? And I'm trying to think of one of them in particular, Jasmine. We don't know what the fuck happened to Jasmine. We still don't know what happened to Jasmine, right? We still don't know Logan and the trafficking and stuff. We have not wrapped that up, right? We don't even know how Bio and old boy know each other or potentially know each other. Like, there are a lot of things we just haven't wrapped up. But let's get into this episode, you guys, because I'm ranting and I don't want to do that. So the episode, you guys, it opened up where we left off. Now, what I will say is, why was this scene so, like, I'm gonna go ahead and just wrap up Danny, Preston, and Zach, right? This scene with Danny and Preston, first of all, the question is, why is he still, the first question is, when did they smoke the weed, right? Was it late at night, or was it like in the early hours of the morning? If it was in the early hours of the morning, I can understand him still being high. But we pick up right there, and that was a long scene. I was like, why does this scene have to be so long? It went nowhere. He called Zach at one point, and Zach was asking him, like, what the hell is going on, because what Preston was saying was making no sense to him, right? So Danny got the phone and told Zach to come over. And Zach was like, again, what the hell is going on, right? So Zach came over. She asked Zach to come over and help them, right? So Zach eventually he did come over there, and when he got there, again it was just very very long and drawn out. But before he got there, Danny called Sabrina, telling Sabrina that she wasn't gonna be able to make the go over to Karen's, and Sabrina said, "Yeah, me too, because I got something going on." And she told, I'm getting ahead of myself. Actually, let's backtrack. Maurice, let's backtrack, you guys. Maurice. So Maurice told Calvin when he got home, because Maurice was noticed that Calvin noticed that Maurice was down, right? So he asked him like, what's going on? So he told him that he had went down to the DA's office and he told them that it was him who was behind the robbery, right? So Calvin is like, why would you do that, Maurice? I was like, Calvin, did you not remember that you literally told that man the night before that it was his fault that this all happened? So I'm pretty sure that man's guilty. I'm pretty sure that man's, you got to him and he was like, you know what, if it's my fault, let me go ahead and down here and, say that I did this. Hence what he did. So I didn't understand Calvin. So Calvin called Sabrina, told Sabrina. Sabrina's like, why would he do that? No, I can't let him do that. I was like, oh my God, Sabrina, please shut up. So then Calvin, remember, y'all, Calvin said he was getting ready to go to work, right? Calvin said he was getting ready to go to work, but why is Calvin talking about he can move some things around in his day? Sir, didn't you just say you were going to work? Neither here nor there. I was like, okay. So yeah, you guys, let's just pause here and move forward. So back over to the conversation I was talking about earlier with Danny and Sabrina. So Sabrina told Danny she wasn't gonna be able to make it to Karen's because Maurice had, fessed up to the robbery. Shout out to the subscriber who let me know last week about that. I want to go to you guys. So I have the comment. I took a screenshot of it on my phone, but yeah, somebody made. I want to get the person's name correct on my channel. So it is Holly Hallelujah 423. Shout out to you because you let me know last week that you reminded me when it came down to Q and his friends, they got nothing from the bank, you guys. So we are doing all of this behind an attempted bank robbery. Q them walked out of that bank with absolutely not a damn thing, and we're going behind all of this for nothing. So also, but Danny was like, but I mean, shit, is he gonna get you off? And she's like, Danny, I'm thinking the same thing. Like, hell, if he admitted to it, then are they gonna let you off, right? So Danny also told Karen she wasn't gonna make it because Preston was hot, right? So after that, Sabrina, we see her. She got over to Maurice's places, right? This scene was very long and drawn out as well because we got nowhere with this. Sabrina was telling Maurice to let the lawyer that Bayo hired come down and help him with this, right? Maurice says no, that he's doing this to help her out, right? So she's telling him, no, let's not do this, Maurice. And Maurice says, first of all, the lawyer is only helping you and he's not helping me, right? So she says, well, when are you supposed to go in, Maurice? He says, well, they're supposed to call me any minute now to tell me when, right? Okay, Maurice, well, let's call the lawyer and let's have him meet us down there. So Maurice says, okay, girl, you do that, right? So the next thing we get is Pam and Aaron, you guys. So Pam and Aaron, they're still cleaning up the salon and they got some of Karen's clients, right? So when they were cleaning it up, Pam was like over it. The way that Karen talked to her in last week's episode, when she said that they were down there cleaning up that shop, I would have said right then and there, this is what I would have gave Karen and told her, bitch, come clean your own shit up, right? I mean, yes, I may be your employee, but girl, don't have that stink ass attitude with me. So Zach came down, right? And Zach came down to give Karen the check, but he gave it to not Fatima, but he gave it to Pam, right? Told Pam like, hey, if Karen needs anything else, tell her to call me. Skirt! Flag on the play, nigga. No. Zach, That is why this bitch is delusional now. Because you keep doing stuff like this. Why are you telling Pam to tell Karen if she needs more money to come to me? No. What you say is if she needs more money, tell her to go to her friends. And as an attorney, Sabrina worked at a bank. Danny, you've SOL. But go to your friends. Go to your friends if you need anything additional. The bank of Zach is closed. Like, that's why this hoe is delusional now. Ugh. Let's pause here and move forward, you guys. If you guys can't tell, this episode really frustrated me and really pissed me off. So, yeah, this review is probably gonna be a little lengthy. It's probably gonna be a normal size review, but this episode infuriated me. I watched this entire episode, and shout out to Shay Renee. I haven't watched her video. I just went over there to like a video and leave a comment. But she was even talking about the fact we got nothing from this episode. And Shay, I absolutely agree with you. So what you guys don't know is sometimes I watch the episodes live and I live tweet and I take my notes, right? Sometimes I don't take my notes, but I just live tweet and watch the episode. And then I have to go back and rewatch the episode. That's what I had to do today. I had to literally go back and rewatch this episode. So that's why I'm a little frustrated now, because when I look at my notes and when I think about the episode, I think to myself, this was a mid-season finale, but nothing fucking happened in this mid-season finale, right? We're not getting any closure to any storylines. Neither. Gary is over there at Andy's office with Hayden, right? Gary had the unmitigated gall and audacity to go up to Andy and tell Andy that she owes him an apology. I was like, nigga, say what now? Run that back to me. Andy owes you an apology for telling you the truth that you are nothing but a piece of DICK to her. Gary goes straight to hell. Oh God, what did she owe you an apology for? For telling you the truth, your feelings got hurt. Gary, go off into the sunset and leave me the fuck alone and take Hayden right along with you. Hayden is still stuck on Tamira, trying to figure out what Tamira is, right? So him and Gary had a little bit of a back and forth about finding out where Tamira is. He eventually asked Gary to find Tamira. I don't care what Tamira is. Let Tamira stay wherever she is. And wherever she is, send Hayden right along with her, right? Then another thing I got a question about is Tyler. Why, if Hayden is married to Tamira, doing a do with Tamira, why does he still have an issue with Zach, who is with Fatima? I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's stupid to me. Wrap that all the way up. End it. Get rid of it. It's stupid. So, now, there is one scene in this episode that I laughed. And it's this scene with Zach. When Zach went into Fatima's office and that attorney was in there, I was like, can we please hook this man up with an acting coach? Because that laughter was terrible. And I am pretty positive that Duvall ad-libbed that scene. I bet you that one in the script. I bet you anything Duvall ad-libbed that stuff. That ad-libbed. A lot of the stuff in this episode, in the show, I'll be wondering if it's ad-libbed, like the stuff with Preston. I forgot to mention to you guys that Preston was talking about him and Danny need to get to the airport so they can go to work. And at one point, did I skip over that? I probably did just skip over that. Oh yeah, I did skip over it, you guys. My bizzle. So when Zach got over to the apartment, right before Zach got over there, Preston was talking about how he liked his coffee strong and black. He even said "my nigga" to Zach, and Zach was like, "Bitch, don't say that." So, yeah, that was real all that happened in this scene. Like I said, that scene was long and drawn out for no fucking reason, and I don't know why. So yeah, where we at? You guys, this episode was all over the place. Oh, so Zach. Oh, they did. Oh, also, you guys, I forgot to mention they got Preston out of his clothes. He went and put on his shirt, but he put his shirt on backwards, and that's all I got for that. So Zach, the attorney was telling Zach that with him trying to get any kind of custody of that little boy whose name I forgot, that is going to be difficult for him. I'm like, I think everybody knows that. He just found out that this is his quote unquote child. I don't think any judge would, give him custody of the child unless they can prove that the mother is unfit. But we all know Heather's unfit. That apartment was nasty. That nigga that she with is trifling as fuck and just wants some money. So yeah. So he also told him that the lady, the nosy neighbor, right? The one that said she's called child welfare on them. Well, he says that there's no record of it. I'm like, how is there no record of it if the woman called Never mind. This is Tyler Perry's world, and we just living in it, right? So, I guess they were like trying to. Fatima and him were saying, well, if the woman testifies, would that help, right? And they were like, yeah. Um, he said, but we need her information. Well, Zach was like, I don't have it. But Fatima got the woman's apartment number, the woman's name, and all that kind of stuff. So Fatima is on the case, right? So after that, Fatima and Zach started talking. So we find out that Zach wants to not only wants custody, he wants full custody of the little boy. And Fatima's like, babe, I don't think you or I are ready for that. And I was like, I don't either. It's like, Zach, you literally just found out that you're this little boy's father. And what I will say, yes, you may want full custody, but you got to think about it. This little boy, like she said, is a toddler, but you also have to think about the fact that he only knows his mom, so he's not gonna feel comfortable with you. So you gotta think about what's best for the child. Do shared custody, right? And do shared custody, and make sure that you have the little boy more than Heather. But you still also want to get to know this. You want the child to get to know you, right? And then, Fatima was like, well, why don't we just help Heather get her shit together? I was like, I don't think Heather wants to get her shit together. Is the problem, Fatima. So they agreed that they gonna do what's best for the child, right? So then Andy came into the office, and Andy is trying to hide out from Garrett. I was like, oh my God, girl, why? You guys, let's pause here and wrap up this damn episode, shall we? All right, you guys. So Maurice is getting ready to go over to, turn himself in, right? Once again, Sabrina and Calvin are begging with him to not do it, but Sabrina said, we're not gonna get through to him. He said, no, you're not, right? She said, well, at least let me call Michael. He said, okay, call Michael. Karen, her miserable ass. This miserable bitch, and yes, I called her bitch. If y'all feel some type of way about it, I'm not apologizing. First of all, Karen's a fictional character. That's number one. Karen's a fictional character. I didn't call Ebony O'City. I forget how to pronounce her last name. I didn't call Ebony no bitch. I called Karen a bitch because Karen is a miserable ass bitch. So this miserable bitch came down to the salon, right? Once again, she got a stank ass attitude, and these people are out here helping cleaning up your shit. Somebody made a mention of this in my comments last week too, about Karen. And I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? You might be right. The fact that some of y'all don't believe that Karen is still pregnant anymore, that y'all feel like when she was in that burning salon that she might have got smoke inhalation and lost the baby. I wouldn't be surprised. And that's probably why that hoe went trying to invite Zach over to have sex with her to get her pregnant. Raggedy. The reason why I'm going off on Karen right now is because my thumbnail that I'm getting ready to make for this episode review is on my screen right now, and I can see this. Let's get through it, you guys. Let's get through it. So she got there. Pam gave her the chicken, right? And she said, call Zach and give it back. And Pam said, that's a hell no, girl. I was like, exactly. You ain't got no insurance, you dumbass. You guys, I can't stand Karen. So Karen said, okay, here, give it to me. So she ripped the check up and she called Zach. Zach saw that it was her calling him. He didn't answer the phone. So it went to voicemail. She called back. Fatima said, who is it? And so she grabbed the phone. She told him, answer the phone. He said, no, I'm not going to do it. She said, answer the phone, Zach. So then she grabbed it and she answered it. So then this raggedy bitch on the other end, sorry, you guys, and I'm calling Karen so many bitches, but this raggedy bitch gonna answer and say, oh, well, since I got you on the line, if you ever come to my house again, I'ma pow you. Girl, she said, make sure you got a fully loaded clip. I was like, exactly. Call that girl's bluff. So, yeah. So then she called Fatima a trifling ass bitch. Now, you the trifling ass, delusional ass bitch, Karen. Like, oh God, you guys, Karen. This scene really hurt right here, this is where I really got the most pissed off in the episode, right? So Fatima said, bitch, you know where I'm at. Come up here and see me. I'm at the law office. Come up here. She said, you think I won't come? No, we don't think you gonna come, right? So then Karen tells Zach to stop gaslighting her. I was like, wait a minute. We're running that back. He's gaslighting you? Now, granted, I said it last week and I'm gonna say it one more time. Zach needs to stop telling Karen that he loves her. That is fueling this dumbass woman's delusions, right? So then they hung up, right? So she called Andy on the phone and Fatima said, answer, Andy. She said, I'm scared. So Zach said, answer and go outside. So Andy went outside, right? Mind you guys, Andy got her phone like this, up to her ear. So Karen is telling Andy to open up the email, right? And she was like, Karen, what's going on? She said, did you get the email, Andy? She says, so Andy is just really trying to get, trying to talk Karen down, right? So she eventually hangs up the phone with Karen. And so Fatima comes up and asks her, what is Karen saying? She's delusional. She says, yeah, she is. I'm like, wait a minute, Andy, that's your best friend. And you talking about your best friend. I want to talk about Pam too, talking about Karen's hormones. Karen is 5 minutes pregnant. What hormones this bitch got from 5 minutes ago? So then, where we at? So Fatima told Andy that she heard the conversation. I was like, how in the hell did you hear that conversation when you were in your office door? Andy walked completely away from your office, right? But she said, don't worry about it, Andy. I got your email. And so she opened up the email. The email says that Zach is the father of her baby. But didn't we just say in last week's episode that Karen doesn't have his DNA? So how does Karen know that is his baby? Tyler, you're writing. Clean it up, buddy. So we see Aaron, we see not Aaron, but we see Maurice, Sabrina, and Calvin. They went down to the precinct. Logan is a dumbass. Period. Point blank. Logan is stupid. Like, dude, if his own friends are telling him he jokes too much, why don't you think that maybe he ain't being 100 with me? But nah, he's just trying to get a promotion, right? So where we at now? Back over to the law office. This delusional ass woman, Karen. So Karen walks in all happy and stuff, and Andy sees her. It's like, Karen, let's go to my office. What are you doing here? She said she came here for a reason. And she's like, what is that reason? She said, for this. And takes her gun out and boom, pops Fatima, and she fell. And that was where the episode ended. I was like, I know you fucking lying. I was like, really, Tyler? That's what we're doing? You guys, I'm done. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode down in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and share the video, you guys. And until the next time, please, you guys, stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. So Sistas doesn't return until October. That ain't even that far away. We're almost in September. Okay, you guys. I'll see you guys in October for the second half of Sistas, unfortunately. See you guys later.